All right, Rattler Nation, I got a great surprise for you. Joining me right here live is none other than our head coach. Always will be our head coach, Coach Willie Simmons. Coach Willie Simmons. Coach, how you doing, man? Congratulations on winning our O&G Awards for Head Coach of the Year, the program winning Team of the Year, and also for the Moment of the Year. How you doing, Coach?
I'm doing well and just honored and blessed to receive this prestigious award. And 2023 was a magical year, and just glad that we're able to add to the rich history and legacy that is Florida A&M and Florida A&M football.
Coach, what an amazing year. Obviously, first off, how are you doing? I mean, we haven't had a chance to talk to you over the past 6 months. Been a lot of changes, a lot of things going on in your life with your job, obviously, new job. So just kind of give people an update on how you and the family are doing, if you would.
Well, we're doing well. We're in transition. Obviously, family is transitioning here. They've been here for about 3.5 weeks now. We're still moving. U-Hauls, couple of U-Haul drives, a couple of packaging companies, and so packing companies rather. And we're just enjoying the move, enjoying the transition. Duke has been amazing for me personally and professionally. I'm really enjoying this experience, learning a lot. Trying to keep up with Florida A&M as much as possible. Still a lot of players there that I coach, a lot of coaches that we built the great championship program there with, and even fans and administrators. So just Rattlers, FAMU's in my blood, and I think everyone who's ever met me knows that it's in my wife's blood, and we're always indebted to that place for what it's done for our family. But enjoying this new move and looking forward to what's next on the horizon.
Well, Coach, hey, one of the pleasures over the past 6 months, obviously also assistant coach Ryan Smith was named our O&G Awards Men's Sport Assistant Coach of the Year. To no surprise, I mean, football just kind of runs away with practically most of the awards. And as we've talked to various coaches, current Coach Colsey, we've talked to Coach Henry, Coach Patterson, and players, the foundation that you have set forth for FAMU football is so rewarding. If you would just kind of talk about just how the process of laying that down and what that means when you see, obviously we haven't played any games yet, but it feels good to say there are successful people, coaches and players in a position to be successful. What does that mean to you?
Well, it means that we accomplished, what we set out to do when we got there 6 years ago. I came to Florida A&M with the sole purpose of restoring that rich, championship tradition that I grew up knowing about. And I knew it was going to take a lot of hard work. It was going to take me surrounding myself with phenomenal coaches, great players, and having an administration that's on board. And of course, I knew the fan base was always on board. They've always been amazing. And it all came together, and I've had a couple of opportunities to transition throughout those 6 years there. It wasn't the right time at some of the other times. And I vividly remember a conversation I had with previous AD Courtney Gaucher, previous NAA president, Colonel Greg Clark, and Kevin Lawson. And I said, when it's time for me to leave, which it will be at some point, my goal is that the program is on good footing, that whoever takes it over is not walking into a rebuild, much like I did. And I feel with everything in my fiber that we've accomplished that I feel Coach Colsey has walked into a phenomenal situation. The foundation has been set, and it's not only because of me, it's because of the people that I mentioned earlier. But I think he's walking into a great situation. I think the players there understand what it takes. I think the tradition has been restored. And people that walk into their locker room for the first time will understand that they're part of something special. And so, there were a lot of questions about why I left or why this time and not previous times. But I felt that I left the program in a position where success can be sustained. And no pressure on Colsey, obviously. He's got to go in and put his own spin on the program. But I don't think that there's a lot of there are a lot of parts that need to be changed. Obviously, he'll put his own blueprint on the program, but a lot of the basic things that it takes to be a championship program are already there. And I look forward to seeing what those guys can do moving forward.
You know, Coach, I think there is no greater um, acknowledgement, or I guess recognition, of the work you did when you can leave a place better than when you got it. I think that is I think for any coaches, whether it's me down at the high school level or other people in college and pros or whatever, any organization, when you can leave it in a better place than when you got it, I think that's a testament to the leadership starting at the head coach. So I think on behalf of all of the people that watch our show, the family, Rattler Nation, thank you for doing that, and that's a testament to you. Before I let you go, I got to ask you. Obviously, one of the moments of the year was as voted on by everybody, was the fourth quarter comeback. But for me personally, Coach, it was the opening game. The opening play was my play of the year. When you think back on the season, you from the first play to the last, uh, is there a moment that really like gives you goosebumps when you think about it, or just maybe reflect back on a play or a situation or something that you can from the past season?
Well, I'll tell you what, you couldn't have written a better script than last season. You know, you open the season with the kickoff return for a touchdown, and you end the season with a flea flicker for a touchdown that wins the national championship, and then a big interception by Isaiah Major, obviously. But I think those two moments really culminate just what a magical season 2023 was for this football program. I mean, there were so many high points, so many outstanding moments, individual plays. You know, we had both players of the year in the conference, Jeremy Musa and Isaiah Major. You know, had a top 5 defense in the country. You know, had one of the best kickers in America. And so again, I took my hat to everyone who had a hand in making this season what it was. And there are a lot of unsung heroes. Obviously, I get a lot of the credit being the head coach, and that's understandable. But when you talk about the 10 phenomenal assistant coaches that I had, you know, not just Coach Smith, but the guys that you mentioned, you know, Joe Henry, Antonio Carter, Marcus Wyndham, Casey Warman, James Spady. On the defensive side, Milton Patterson, Pat Watkins, James Cozy, you know, Devon Morgan. Those guys, you know, along with Coach Smith, did an amazing job. I mean, Cole Forney, the strength conditioning coach, we didn't lose a fourth quarter all season, not even against South Florida, the one game that we did drop. You know, so when you look at the conditioning level of our players, you look at the health of our guys, Maddie with the nutrition, Donald in the equipment room. I mean, we're still voted best uniforms every year, and understanding the guys coming out dripped out, feeling good about what they're wearing. You know, again, the training room, the video department, you know, just again, a lot of the people that would never hear their name called, that are really, really critical parts of this entire organization, you know, and so just to be able to be surrounded by so many people who were committed to the excellence of our student athletes is what really made the year stand out. You know, again, the moments, that's not what I remember, you know, in 5 years, in 10 years. You know, the kickoff return was huge by Marcus Riley. You know, being a transfer, being a Tallahassee kid coming over from the school down south. The trick play at the end of the Celebration Bowl. You know, those will be moments that people talk about, but I will remember forever the people that made the year what it is or what it was for us, and that's what makes family special. It's always been the people. That's what will continue to make family special. Is the people, and that's just something that, again, that I'm looking forward to seeing. And so I'm extremely humbled. You know, again, it's probably the last award that I received from that season, because I've received a lot. But again, I'm just so thankful. You know, thankful to the 220 quarterback club. You know, God rest his soul, Eddie Jackson. You know, what he meant to the program. That can't be understated. You know, so if there's an MVP, it's Eddie Jackson, no question about it. The contributions that he made, the nutrition, the cooling station, everything that we had that they were able to provide for us to go on the field every Saturday and not worry about anything. Just go play loose and play football. That's something that again I'm extremely grateful for. The boosters, Rattler, the Rattler Elf Club, the NAA, their contributions, and then again our administration, and so. As always, there are a lot of things that people can say negatively about Florida A&M because it's just the rabid fan base that we have, the passionate people that we have. We have a saying here that the root word of suffer, not root word, but I guess the origin of passion, I'm sorry, means to suffer with. And Rattler Nation's passionate about their university, about their athletic programs. And so we have to be willing to suffer with together, in tough times. And that's what I was saying when the dark clouds arise. It's so prominent there. So again, I don't want to, like I did for the last 6 years, I don't want to take any undue attention away from the people that really made this thing go. I set a directive, and I'm blessed that the people that were under me followed that directive every single day. That's all I did. I just tried to be a supportive leader. I tried to lead by example. I tried to let people do their jobs, and I'm blessed, and the players are fortunate that people did their jobs at the highest level, and that's why you see people transition on to quote unquote bigger schools like Devin Rispers, like Ryan Smith, Troy Johnson, those individuals, and they've earned it. And Devon Morgan going to be a head football coach of his own now. So again, just thankful to Rattler Nation. I can't say enough what, again, this place means to me, to my family, and I'm honored to receive this award. And you haven't heard the last of Willie Simmons. I'll be close by. I'll be following games, and if I can, looking at our schedule, I may even try to make one or two. But we're going to support financially, my wife and I, and we're going to continue to make sure that Florida A&M is the pinnacle of not only HBCU football, but Division I FCS football as well.
Well, Coach, you said it. You said it right there. I will just say, on behalf of the O&G StrikeZone, the Black College Sports Network, myself, Roy Evans, Kelvin Rozier, Marcus Green, even God rest his soul, the late Kofi Hemingway, you have meant a lot to our family, our productions, our shows. And it's been a pleasure to talk with you every time we get a chance to get information, to get insight. So we thank you sincerely for being a friend of the O&G. And we wish you nothing but great success. And we look forward to seeing you doing great things at Duke and even in the future. So with that, sir, I say thank you. God bless you, you and your family, the kids. Be well, and God bless you guys.
Thanks, Brian. Really appreciate it. Strike again.